Welcome to the Showrunner. I'm Jack Karlen, and here's the shakedown. Today's theme is change. Change of new technologies, choices of life, change of everything. Tonight our show on the chopping block is the Emmy Award-winning ABC show Modern Family, the episode 15%. The show was written by Stephen Levington, Christopher Lloyd, and was directed by Jason Weiner. The bottom line, we're giving this show 4 out of 5 stars. The jokes are great, they're edgy but not offensive. The continuity between the characters is done very well, while the stereotypes and the character generalizations are made for comedic purposes, but the characters still contain a depth and personality outside their gender, race, or sexuality. The 3 plots of the episode are interwoven very well, so you're not losing anything from any of the others, but they actually build comedically. At this part into the first season, the characters have really engulfed themselves into the character, into the families in the show, so they really feel like they're real. Now let's go through just a quick breakdown of the plot in each of the sub-stories. So let's first take a look into the story of Mitchell Pritchett, played by Jesse Tyler Ferguson, his partner, Cameron Tucker, who's played by Eric Stonestreet, and Mitchell's father, Jay Pritchett, who is played by Ed O'Neill. Cameron runs into Jay and a few of his friends, and Jay introduces Cameron as a friend of my son's. Now Mitchell finds this quite offensive. Jay still has his issues and claims that he's trying to avoid an awkward situation. Later, Mitch tells Jay that Shorty is a homosexual. Now this revelation really takes Jay back due to the fact that in his personal experience, he's had some real issues trying to deal and knowing how to deal with the situation. In our second story, we have Claire Dunphy, played by Julie Bowen, and Phil Dunphy, played by Ty Burrell. Phil has just installed a new home theater remote, and Claire is struggling to use it. Phil claims that he can teach anybody how to use this, and she just needs to be patient. Claire later takes Phil up on an offer that he can teach their dumbest child how to use the remote in 20 minutes. The twist is Claire gets to pick the kid, and she picks Haley. So in our third story, we have 12-year-old Manny, played by Rico Rodriguez, and his mother, Gloria Pritchett, who is played by Sofia Vergara. So Manny invites over this girl that he met online for a date, and once the girl arrives there, Whitney, it turns out to be a little different than she had expected, seeing as how Manny is a 12-year-old boy. So let's get back into the theme. The theme is change. There's a lot of change going on here with characters. Let's first talk about Jay, his son Mitchell, and conjunction with his friend Shorty. Jay, in his past, did not deal with the coming out of his son Mitchell in any sort of good fashion. Now he's dealing with his friend. And the best thing that we can really see that's come out of this is his willingness to accept this change and to aid his friend, who is presumably dealing with hardships internally, trying to decide whether he should come out or what are his friends going to think, etc. All these stereotypes, they're done very well. They're not pushing any hard boundaries where they're being too over the top. They're not jumping the shark by any means. There's still this depth to the character that really gives you more that isn't found in shows that are just using these stereotypes as like a quick explanation of how this person acts. In comparison, we have the show The New Normal, and it tried to do the same thing that Modern Family is doing, really showing these changes in life and these new normals, or these modern families, if you will. But they didn't really do it in a tasteful way. The mother is a bigot, explained by one of the characters in the pilot episode. Their satire and commentary on the homosexual lifestyle is just, it's crude more than anything else. So they really don't do as good of a job as the Modern Family does to really find this balance between what's going to be accepted because it's there and it's new, or what's kind of pushing these boundaries of what we're not quite ready to hear, or what we really shouldn't hear in the first place. So, in a nutshell, Modern Family, we give them 4 out of 5. It was a really great episode. It was funny like they always do. They're holding up to their standards, always producing a great product, and really coming home with a moral message as well, giving this rebirth and rejuvenation to the family sitcom. So there you have it. I'm Jack Karlen, and for Carter and Ben, this is The Showrunner.